I see 19. That's Yair Torres. I see 5. That's Rez Due. 3, 67, and 71. 3, Logan Hemel. 67 is Devin Dehart. 71, Philip Sinak. That was the captains for Vandebilt Catholic. Coach O is running off that field. He's fired up. And it's awesome to see him giving back to this program.
Absolutely.
As Ms. Chloe Hartman, a member of South Lafourche High School's Tarpon for Christ, will lead us in prayer over both teams.
Let's pause for our pregame prayer.
Our students, our fans, and both of our communities tonight.
Dear Lord, as we gather on this field tonight, we ask for your guidance and protection. Help us to play with good sportsmanship, respecting our opponents and teammates throughout the game. Watch over our players tonight and keep them safe from injuries. We also lift up those who are battling or have been affected by cancer. We ask for your healing touch and strength for them and their families. We pray for our brave men and women in the armed forces. Please bring safety and courage as they dedicate their lives to serving our country. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Great job, Chloe. Please remain standing. As we honor our American flag, the colors tonight are presented by South Lafourche JROTC, Tarpon Battalion Color Guard, under the direction of Cadet Captain Caleb Diaz, accompanied by Cadet Lieutenant Jared Pike, Cadet Ariana Portello, and Cadet Tessa Dalot. Our national anthem will be performed by the Pride of South Lafourche Marching Tarpon Band, led by Director Randy Chasson. Sing it proud and sing it loud tonight.
All right, let's rock and roll. Tarpons are going to be kicking the football away. The Terriers are going to be having the first possession. Let's have some fun here.
Beautiful evening for football.
Yeah, it sure is. It does feel like fall weather, man. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. Not quite gumbo weather, but very comfortable as a big old crowd has piled into Memorial Stadium, and some of the Vandebilt folks have piled in. Their crowd has gotten a little larger.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say the crowd for the Terriers was late, but it's a decent-sized crowd.
Yep, it's here. So the Tarpons will be on the field. The ball will be at the 40. They will be kicking from left to right. That is going to be Wilbert Serrano. Back deep for the Terriers. I see number 2, Bryce Thibodeau. So from up the bayou to down the bayou will be the kick. Let's roll. It is a pop kick that'll be caught at the 25-yard line by the Terriers, working up the field, hit at the 35, and slung down at the 35. On the return that time, I believe, was number 11 for Vandebilt. That's Corey Bourgeois. And the Tarpons will surrender the 35-yard line for the first possession. Vandebilt will take over there. That's where Ethan Henney will lead his team out to the field.
Man, we got a group listening in. We're balling some crabs.
Come on.
The Terriers will begin on the 36-yard line.
Ethan Henney's a big boy. About 6'3", 6'4", about 220, 230. Looks like he's going to be in an empty set to start the game. Nope, he's got number 2, Bryce Tibbett, on the backfield with him.
See if Tarpon can get a stop on this first play.
4-receiver set. Ball on the left hash, strong side of the field to the right. They come at a hard count. Tarpons don't flinch. Now it'll be a play action, a little screen to the sideline caught. Working around the corner, and the Tarpons will sling him down after a gain of about 6, though. Not to poke fun, but the Tarpons have given up first play touchdowns in 3 of the 5 games, so limiting them to a 5-yard gain is progress.
Yeah. A lot of times Terriers come back the same play to the opposite side.
Now the ball on the right hash, 2nd down and 5, just underway. Henney with Thibodeau in the backfield. Play action, steps up under pressure, gets out of pressure. Will look to run, lowers his shoulder near midfield, does get a first down. Tarpons had good pursuit, nearly got a sack on him, but Henney broke out of the tackle, showed his strength, and got up the field and picked up about 7 for a first down.
That's where he can be dangerous in that open field if he gets pass contained.
So now the ball will be at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Henney in the gun. Ball in the left center hash. Thibodeau in the backfield with him. 3-receiver set. Tarpons showing a blitz. Tyrese Edwards will be coming in. It's a stretch run to the outside. Tarpons are all over it. That's a tackle for the loss, brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Joao Arujo got him to the turf. That's a loss of 4. South Lafourche was all over that one.
That's a great play by Arujo. Kept the ball on the inside, did not allow the ball carrier to get to the outside, and made a nice open field tackle.
He actually lost about 5, so it'll be 2nd and 15. So the Terriers against the Sticks.
Be careful. My bad for a screen.
See if the Tarpons can use this to their advantage. Trips to the left side of the formation. Here is a screen. Good call, Coach. Can the Tarpons rally to the ball? They can, and they will he breaks out of the pile and will get to the outside. 50-45, still running. Are you kidding me? Vandebilt will get all the way down to the 15-yard line. Henri Lapierre, the Tarpons had him behind the line of scrimmage. He just kept his legs pumping. Poor tackling by South Lafourche surrenders a big play. He's down to the 18-yard line.
Look, that very simple play. The same play they opened up this time on the opposite side. It looked like the Tarpons were going to bottle him up, and he got away from 3 Tarpon tacklers.
Yeah, not the best tackling effort there from Big Blue, and it's a shame as it looked like they would have him 3rd and long. Instead, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Thibodeau in the backfield with Henney. Strong side of the field to the right. This is a very heavy formation. Inside handoff, nothing. He lost the yards again. Number 16 for South Lafourche, Isaiah Duncan, swallowed that up, as well as number 50, Braxton Petrie. That's a loss of 2. Tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation.
Yeah, the Terriers are finding it hard to run the ball up the middle right now on the Tarpon defense.
10 minutes to go and counting in the opening quarter. 2nd down and about 13 for Vandebilt. Ball at the 21-yard line. Henney in the gun. 3-receiver set. Man in motion. That's Lapierre who just made the big play. Play action. It's a little reverse to the outside. Can the Tarpons rally to the ball? Yes, they can. Another tackle for a loss. Brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Yair Torres gets him all the way back at the 25-yard line. Loss of 5. And it is 3rd and a lot for Vandebilt.
That was a great job by the Tarpon defense. Weren't fooled by it. Just play your fundamental position. Good job on defense there by the Tarpons.
3rd down and about 17 for Vandebilt. 9:15 and counting, the first possession of the game for the Terriers. Coach Wallace did tell us he's comfortable kicking field goals from about 40. Do they try to just get a few yards to set up a kick? Henney waits on the snap. Pressure coming on the inside, throws it down the middle, wide open, and it is a Vandebilt touchdown. Corey Bourgeois, that's just too easy on 3rd and 17. The Terriers go right down the seam. The Tarpons didn't have an answer, and it's 6-0 Vandebilt.
Wide open, that just can't happen.
Nope, most certainly not.
Was that 11? Or who was on the reception?
11. That's Bourgeois.
Yeah, Corey Bourgeois.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So the Terriers will have a 7-0 lead. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
The quarterback?
Henney, 7. We have Henry on our roster, but it's Henney, H-E-N-E-Y.
H-E.
H-E-N-E-Y.
H-E-N-E-Y.
Yeah, your thing probably auto-corrected. Let's see, that's Hughes, Jarvis. Hughes is actually one of the up men. If it's a pop kick, Vandebilt better be careful, but he's standing at the 25, and it is a little squibber that the Tarpons will fall on at the 32-yard line.
That's Dewey falling on the ball for the Tarpons. Good job of stopping the ball from rolling.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tarpons will have good starting field position at the 32. That's where Josh Mack will lead the troops out onto the field. It's a little bit of a heartbreaker. Your last drive, you face a 3rd and 17. You feel like you're going to get off the field. Vandebilt hits the big pass play. But now you got to answer as a Tarpon offense, and it's been a very explosive Tarpon offense that'll start in a 5-receiver empty set. Mack waiting on the snap. He's got it. He's looking to throw. Has time. Shoots it to the sideline, and it's incomplete. It was a little behind Jarvis. There was coverage all over him. The Terriers were ready for that one.
Yeah, the pass was a little bit behind Jarvis. Jarvis tried to adjust, but it was just too much tight coverage.
A lot of congestion. Vandebilt playing what appears to be a 33 defense, which would be 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. Tarpons have trips to the left side, 2nd and 10. Inside handoff to Dardar. And he's going to dive forward across the 35. Boy, it really didn't feel like he was going to get anything, but he ends up picking up about 4 yards.
Yeah, nice run by Dardar and a good push up front. Just keep moving. They're moving that line of scrimmage. Now it's a 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 6. How does Vandebilt try to defend this Tarpon offense? Terrence Petrie's in the slot to the left. He is usually the go-to target. Man in motion is Jarvis. Matt gets the snap. Will throw it down the seam. Caught by Haven Green at midfield, and that is a Golden Motors first down. Boy, that was a tight window throw there. They hit him right in stride. Haven Green, who's been stepping up big in recent weeks, comes through with a big one. It's Golden Motors first down.
It can come back to that play. Jarvis ran across the formation, was also open, but a nice job by Green catching that football.
So the Tarpons are at midfield, 1st and 10. 3 receivers set. With Green at a tight end. Hand off to Dardar, picking through the line, bouncing out of the pile and getting 10 yards and more. Driving 35, dropped at the 31. It felt like Dardar was going to get a yard or 2. He just kept pumping, bounced outside, and he picks up about 20 and another Golden Motors first down.
Well, that's what happens when you keep your feet moving and that momentum moving forward. You can slip some of these tackles.
So the Tarpons are now on the move. 7:35 and counting in the opening quarter. In the gun, strong side of the formation to the left. Inside handoff to Dardar. He gets across the 30, not much more. There's a late flag that comes in. Very late flag that comes in. Dropped into the rugby pile out there with them linemen, and the Tarpons are saying it's on Vandebilt.
Oh, might be a face mask.
And we have a dead ball, personal foul on Vandebilt. So the Tarpons will take that. That'll move the ball into the Joe Septic red zone. And it'll turn a 2-yard gain into a 17-yard gain. They're walking it off inside the 15. Ball at about the 14.5-yard line. Got to answer right here if you're Big Blue. You've moved it all the way into the red zone. First and 10 from the 14. Bunched up shotgun set. They send Jarvis in motion. Inside handoff to Dardar. Bouncing outside. Lowers his shoulder and will spin to about the 12. Gain of about 2.
Actually, Jarvis on that carry.
Okay, so they flanked Meathead out. It was Jarvis on the carry. My apologies. Gain of 2 on the play. Hemel on the stop for Vandebilt. So second down and 8. This has been Josh Mack to Terrence Pete country for the last several years. Instead, it's inside handoff to Dardar inside the 10, pushing to about the 7. And it's a nice second down game. Will create a third and about 4 or so. They put the ball at the 8-yard line. So 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Vandebilt scored in their opening drive. The Tarpons are inside the 10 trying to do the same. In the gun, strong side of the field to the left side of the formation. Mack waiting on the snap. It'll be he and Jarvis in the backfield. They hand it to Jarvis, and he's going to not get the first down. He does get a little closer. They'll put him down at about the 6.5, so it'll be 4th and short, 4 and about 2.5. You are in field goal range, but I do not think the Tarpons want to give up or get just 3 here. So 4th down and about 2.5 yards to go. Dre Hughes enters the game. Mack tries the hard count. They don't offer. Still 7 on the play clock. BJ Young will call a timeout. So let's take it with him. We'll be back in 1 minute with this huge 4th down play here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Well, we got a big snap coming up in this game right here. 4th down and about 2.5 for the Tarpons. They've got to get just inside the 5. Mack waiting on the snap. Jarvis in the backfield with him. Looking to throw. Shoot it into the corner of the end zone. Caught! Tarpon touchdown! Terrence Petrie. I don't know how, but he gets open every time in that situation. Chubby T in the house, and the Tarpons are an extra point away from tying this game. BJ says some plays are going through the reads, some plays are tagged. I think that one might have been, hey, we're throwing the ball to 1.
Yeah, Mack had him zoomed in the entire time.
Extra points were an issue last week. This one is right down the middle. So the Tarpons answer. We're tied 7 apiece. It's the defense's turn when we get back in 1 minute here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Vandebilt will get the kickoff at the 25-yard line, working up the field, and will be stacked up and dropped at about the 34. That's number 11, Corey Bourgeois again. And the Terriers will take over almost exactly where they started their last drive. With 5:02 to go in the opening quarter, both teams have had one possession. Both teams have scored a touchdown.
Sawyer Wells in the game for the Tarpons on defense.
See if the Tarpons can continue to bottle up that run like they did on the last drive. They forced Vandebilt into some 3rd and longs. The problem was Vandebilt converted them. Henny will have Thibodeau in the backfield with him. Henny waiting on the snap. He's got it. Inside handoff, picking through the line, bouncing outside. 40, 45, 50, slung down across the 50. It's a gain of about 17 on the first run. There's the Terrier running game.
That's the young man I've seen on film where when he gets it outside, he's dangerous.
Dre Hughes shoved them out of bounds. We have a scoreboard update brought to you by Patriot Marine Services. It's 7-0 Hanville over Thibodeau.
Also, E.D. White up 14-0 thanks to Coach Travis Douglas.
Henny waiting on the snap. Play action. We'll shoot a little slant. That's going to be, no way he caught that. Yeah, it's incomplete. It was a little low, and the Tarpon defender, Yair Torres, leveled him right as he made contact with the ball.
Yeah, look, the Tarpons were right there where that would have been a heck of a catch, knowing that contact is coming.
Yeah, maybe if it hit him right on the numbers, he could have squared it up, but that one was a little low, a little wide, and he got hit hard, so it would be 2nd and 10. Trips to the left side of the formation. Play action. There's a screen again. Tarpons rallying to the ball. They'll hit him and drop him at about the 43, gain of about 6 or 7. It's number 15 on the grab, I believe. No, 16 on the grab, Henri Lapierre.
I'd like to thank Josh Jambon watching again from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, isn't that something?
Internet's crazy.
That's amazing.
3rd down.
3rd and 4. Tarpons are trying to get a big stop here. Boy, a tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation would be real nice if you're a fan of Big Blue. Man in motion. Tarpons showing blitz. Henny will throw a little tunnel. It's going to be caught. And working up the field, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, slung down inside the 5 is William Ardorn. Terrence was on his hip the entire way, and then he made the catch and then just shook him off and got up the field.
Well, I think the receiver did a good job of catching it and spinning toward upfield and got away from Petrie, and that was a long catch and run.
I'll tell you what, it did look like Vandebilt got away with a false start. It looked like the timing was a little off there on that one, but they'll take it 1st and goal. And the Tarpons will not get flagged for offsides. Vandebilt instead will snap it and not get anything on the run. Tell you what, I guess we're even, but the Tarpons, I think, just jumped off sides. The play before Vandebilt, I thought, had a false start. 44 for South Lafourche Tucker Dantin all over that one. It is a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. The ball will be back to about the 6.5-yard line. .330 and counting in the opening quarter. Coach Woods is way outside of his coaching box. Let's see if he gets a sideline warning. He's standing at the 10 almost. Man in motion, Henny will get the snap, inside handoff, and cutting into the end zone is number 2, Bryce Thibodeau. So Vandebilt will get another touchdown on the board. It's 13-7. Terriers have success running and throwing on that drive, and they're an extra point away from taking a 7-point lead. Good blocking up front by that big Terrier offensive line. Kicker's 85, I believe. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is good. That is Sidone on the kick. We'll be back in 1 minute with the Tarpons' attempt to answer. Down a touchdown. It's 14-7 here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. by the Tarpons, just kind of diving on the ball there. We have to come back after this one. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. Ball at the 30-yard line. Ball will be on the left hash. And here comes the Tarpon offense. For the second time today, they scored on a big 4th down play the last drive. Trips to the right side of the formation. That is the strong side of the field. Dardar will bounce outside again. 35, 40, pushing towards the sideline. 50, and he's shoved out at the 49. That's a Golden Motors 1st down and another big gain for Meathead Dardar.
And look, there's nothing up the middle for him to run. But his vision, he sees the cut to the outside, and once he cuts outside, there's no one there.
They put him to the 48-yard line, so it's a gain of about 20 or
22.
so. Yep. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Tarpons across midfield. 4-receiver shotgun set. Mack with the hard count. Vandebilt doesn't offer. Mack gets the snap, hands it to Dardar again. Picking through the line. This time a better hole up the middle, and he drives all the way to about the 41-yard line. He's gain of about 7. It's just such old Meathead comes out of the pile limping. We know he's had some ankle issues, and he might have tweaked it. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. And he goes straight to the training table. That's no good. So it'll be 2nd and 3. Tarpons are going to have Jarvis in the backfield this time. Inside handoff to Jarvis, picking through the line. He'll get the 1st down, diving to the 37. That's the beauty of this Tarpon backfield. You still got some dudes that could run the ball. Look, Meathead might be one of the better players in the area, but you still got some other backs here who could do some damage.
Scoreboard update, E.D. White 21-0.
Can someone say running time? Two minutes to go in the opening quarter. Mack will be in an empty shotgun set. Has time, a lot of time, ton of time. Will shoot it to the sideline, and he just threw it away. Don't know that one was necessarily intended for anybody. I think he just put that one in his pocket, lift to play another down. The fans were a little frustrated, but it looked like he had a little room to work up the field and maybe try to run.
No, and good coverage by the Terrier secondary. But offensive line giving Mack plenty of time.
On that play, the Terriers only sent 3, so you had a 5-on-3 advantage blocking them. 2nd and 10. Dardar is getting that ankle worked on, and he is hurting on that training table. Mack has time, shoots it to the sideline. That'll be caught. Diving near the 1st down sticks. That is O'Gale. I don't think he got it, but he's real close. It'll be 3rd and about 1.
Correction, number 3, Brock O'Gale on reception.
So we'll see if the Tarpons can get a little push here. 1:25 and counting in the opening quarter. Vandebilt up 14-7, but the Tarpons are approaching the red zone at the 28-yard line. 3rd and 1. It's the snap, inside handoff to Jarvis. He didn't get it. Good job by the middle of the Terrier defense that time. Number 65 on the stop. That'd be Carter Hazelton. He lost about a yard, and now it'll be 4th and 2.
4th and 2 for the Tarpons.
See where Petrie's going to line up in that slot, the wheel route for Petrie here.
If I'm Vandebilt, I would have multiple guys on him, but sometimes that doesn't even matter. 4th and 2 for the Tarps. Mack shoots it down the middle. O'Gale got it. He's dropped at the 11-yard line. Big pitch and catch and a Golden Motors 1st down. And to our point, Brian, they did have 2 people on Petrie, and it freed up O'Gale.
Tarpons just have too many weapons where you're going to leave someone open if you double-team Terrence.
And Mag does such a good job going through his reads and seeing, hey, all right, T's not there, fine. I'll go ahead and put it right in Ogel's lap. Tarpons do not have to run a play here. 18 seconds on the game clock, 17 seconds. Well, there's a 1 second difference in the Tarpons' favor here between the clocks. They can run this down, and I think they will. So we'll go ahead and take it to the quarter. It's 14-7 Vandebilt, but the Tarpons are in the red zone. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Septic red zone, and a reminder that all the kickoffs we've had today are brought to you by PMC Insurance. Teams are making their way out there. Also want to remind everybody of the French Food Festival, October 24th to 26th at the La Rose Civic Center, celebrating 50 years of food and family fun. Tarpons are not going to have a first and goal, but it ain't far. They're just on the other side of the 10 at about the 11-yard line. It'll be Dre Hughes and Jarvis in the backfield. Now just Dre as Jarvis goes in motion. Meathead's still on the training table, and he's in a lot of pain. Got that ankle iced up. They'll hand it to Dre. Dre with a little burst, getting to about the 5-yard line. So a nice first down gain of about 5.
Yeah, that was a good run and good block, and they had a hold that opened up right over the middle. And Dre did a good job of just following his blockers.
Crash Menard on the stop for Vandebilt. 2nd and 4 for the Tarpons. Trips to the left side of the formation. Mack to the hard count. Doesn't bite. Looking to the sideline. Play clock down to 10. The Tarpons are getting ready. Play clock down to 7. Now they're on the ball. They'll hand it to Hughes again. Trying to bounce outside and slung down, so he will actually lose a yard or two that time. Number 90, I believe, on the stop for Vandebilt. 99 on the stop for Vandebilt. That would be Thomas Lecomte.
Third and 6.
So 3rd down and about 6. Empty set for Mack, waiting on the shotgun snap. Tarpons can get a first down inside the 2-yard line. Petrie's in the slot on the right side of the formation. Mack gets the snap. Will throw it down the middle. Oh, my goodness. Terrence Petrie again. I don't know how, but he gets another Tarpon touchdown, and boy, that one was a great catch. I think Mack actually intentionally threw it a little behind him to avoid the defense, almost like a little back shoulder, and Terrence just slung his hands out there and made a play.
That was a nice catch, nice adjustment by Petrie to catch that football.
So the Tarpons are an extra point away from maybe tying this thing up. Serrano. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So we're tied at 14. We'll be back in 1 minute. See if anybody can get a stop here. 10:35 to go in the opening half. We'll be back on the Tarpon Sports Radio. Serrano set to kick it away. Here's the kick. It's a high kick towards the sideline. Will be caught at the 20-yard line, working up the field. Tarpons are going to stack him up at about the 33. That was a return by Corey Bourgeois. Good tackle by the Tarpons. Tell you what, South Lafourche coverage teams on the kicks have been real good this year.
Yeah, they have.
Now Vandebilt will take over, and this could be a situation tonight where just whoever gets the first stop. Starting to have some Central Lafourche vibes in this one.
Well, what's going to happen, whoever gets the first stop may make the other team panic a little bit.
First and 10 for the Terriers. Henney. Inside handoff to Thibodeau, bouncing outside. The Tarpons sling him down for a loss. Resdue on the stop. That tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Slung back to the 29-yard line. It's a loss of about 5.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Dewey. Did not allow Thibodeau to get to the outside.
South Lafourche has a lot of guys going both ways tonight. Can they keep the fuel in the tank? Hughes is out there. You got some offensive linemen playing defensive line. Second and long, Henney. Well, they try a screen here that seems to be their go-to. Here's the snap, play action. Henney will shoot it down the middle, and it'll be caught on the turf by number 4, Gode. Did not get the first down, but he had to go to the turf at the 41-yard line. If he catches that in stride, he's still running, quite frankly.
Tarpons caught a break there where he had to go down, because if not, he could have taken that one to the house.
The middle of the field has been wide open tonight for the Terriers. Third down and about 2. Inside running has not been Vandebilt's strength tonight. Do they just put it in the belly of Thibodeau and try to move the sticks? We'll see. Henney will keep it, and he's going to, well, the pin on the spot. I think they gave it to him. Big boy runs up the middle, didn't need much, and he did get the first down. He needed about 2. He got about 2.5.
What a play by Duncan. He dove, and, I mean, that was just a nice play. And Vandebilt just got the first down.
Scoreboard update brought to you by Patriot Marine Services. Hanville 7, Thibodeau 6. Henney waiting on the snap. Tarpons adjusting their formation. Handed off to Thibodeau, bouncing outside. Tarpons are trying to rally. They'll tackle him across midfield. He got about 8 or 9. Tell you what, the middle is not there. The Tarpons have that bottled up. It's just a matter of whether or not they have contained when he bounces outside or not. And that's been a 50-50 bag tonight.
Yeah, you can see the Terriers are trying to get everything to the outside, because when they bump up at the line of scrimmage, they kick it out.
So it'll be 2nd and 1, ball at the 48-yard line. 8:23 and counting in the opening half. We're tied at 14. Henney, play action, shoots a little screen to the sideline. And the Tarpons rally to the ball and will tackle the ball carrier. Only a gain of about 2, but they only needed 1. That's Wazan on the grab. He gets to the 46-yard line and gets a first down.
Terriers receivers out there doing a good job of holding those blocks a long period of time.
Well, BJ thought emphasis on the word hold. He was not happy. We'll see if they maybe do get popped for that at some point in the game. New back in the game. And 1st and 10. Henney will hand it on the sweep run to the outside. That's number 12 on the carry, Jay Smith. Gain of about 4 or 5 to about the 42. 7:33 and counting.
The best decision of this game could have come on the coin toss.
Yeah, very well may have. 2nd and 5. Henney waiting on the snap. He's got his buddy Thibodeau back out there with him. Ball on the left hash. Play action. Henney has a clean pocket for now.
Open.
Throws it deep down the field. And it's dropped. Oh, they had a receiver wide open. I think it was Breerwood. He was behind the secondary, and he couldn't hang on, and the Tarpons just caught a huge break.
Beautiful pass. Yeah, Tarpon's caught a break. Now it's going to force a third. This may be 4-down territory for the Terriers.
And I would expect in at least one of the 2 downs to see number 7 run the football. Let's see. 3rd down and a little more than 5. Bad snap. It's on the ground. Henney falls on it. Oh, the Tarpons nearly fell on that ball, and it will be 4th down and long now, and I think Coach Wallace is going to punt it now. And the Tarpons get a tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation, and the Terriers are going to bring the punt team out.
Tarpons caught a couple of breaks on that drive.
Terrence is standing at the 10-yard line. The punter is all the way at the 37-yard line. That is a long punt formation. There's the snap, and the kick is away. It is a high, booming punt. Terrence calls for a fair catch. He dropped it, but he caught it back. He double caught it. Just testing everybody's heart at the 10-yard line. The Tarpons will take over at the 10, and Brian, 6:18 to go. I don't know, a good 5-minute and 30-second drive. You can maybe double up here if you're South Lafourche, but you are pinned back deep in your own territory.
Yeah, and we've seen the Tarpons get out of this situation before where that's where that coin toss could come into play, where you're right, you can kind of get the last possession here and you're getting the ball to start the second half.
So the Tarpons do get the first stop. We'll see if their offense could build on that stop.
28-0, E.D. White.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tarps. Hughes in the backfield. Mack will sling it out to Hughes, looking to turn the corner and use his speed. He gets around the line of scrimmage and then will be shoved out. Terriers did a good job stringing that out. He maybe got a yard. He'll actually put it back right at the 10, so pretty much no gain on the play.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and it's not good with the Tarpons here where you don't gain any yards and you out of bounds. Stops that clock.
If you're just tuning in, Meathead re-injured his ankle. He is sitting on the training table with a huge ice bag on that ankle. I don't know that he's coming back tonight. It's an outside run to Petrie, who gives it back to Mack. A flea flicker going down the field. Incomplete. The Terriers had it bottled up. Tarpons tried to catch him with their hand in the cookie jar there, but Vandebilt stayed disciplined, and now it'll be 3rd and long. Look, if I am Stuart Hanna, the Vandebilt defensive coordinator, I am saying I don't care who catches this ball, but it will not be one. He is flanked out to the right side of the formation. He has already got 2 touchdowns in the game. It's 3rd and 10. Waiting on the snap. Mack will throw it to the sideline, and that won't be enough for a 1st down. Low short pitch and catch to Jarvis. He got to about the 13. And Vandebilt will answer South Lafourche's stop with one of their own. The Tarpons will have to punt it away. Now it's a little pressure on Tyrese Edwards, but unlike Vandebilt, where they were punting and the Tarpons didn't send the rush and the punter had all day, Tyrese is punting from his own end zone here.
Field position could be huge after this possession.
See if Tyrese could get away a good one. Snap is there. The kick is a wobbly duck that will need to take a roll, and it goes out of bounds about the 35-yard line. That was not Tyrese's best. But if for nothing else, he gets the ball out of the end zone, but Vandebilt has great field position. Marking out at the 31-yard line. So ultimately, it's almost like Vandebilt got the 1st down on the last possession now, when you really look at it. 5:16 to go. Thibodeau waiting on the, or excuse me, Henne waiting on the snap with Thibodeau. Outside handoff, looking to turn the corner. Going to be stacked up.
Well, it's crazy how Thibodeau gives up yards waiting for that field to open up for him.
Brian, you don't want to know why I'm coughing? I just swallowed a bug.
Oh, boy.
One just flew straight in the mouth and down the gullet, and I am struggling. 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 27-yard line. Henne with a man in motion. It's LaPere. Play action. Shoots it down the middle. Wide open man, and that's an easy touchdown. The middle of the field has just been all the way there. That's Ordorn. There is a flag on the play.
And at the 1-yard line. So it's a dead ball. Touchdown is good.
And sportsmanlike conduct on Vandebilt.
Who's that receiver?
That was Ordorn, 18. Tarpons elect to take the penalty on the kickoff, try to get better field position before the half. Verdon to hold. Snap is there. Kick is up. And it is good. So it's 21-14. Vandebilt will be back in 1 minute here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Going to or should get good field position after Vandebilt has the kickoff at the 25-yard line. Wobbly kick. Somebody got to pick up the ball. Hughes will pick it up at the 40. And he'll go down at the 40. Everybody was kind of looking at everybody else right there. Tarpons will now play 1st and 10 from their own 40 with 4:26 to go.
Got some people texting in. They're worried about you, Casey.
Swallowed a bug, brother. I am okay. Ball on the right hash, 1st and 10. And BJ will call a timeout. So the Tarpons are going to take a timeout. Let's take it with them. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Inside handoff to Hughes, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
So no gain on the play that time for the Tarpons on an inside handoff to Hughes, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
In case, I want you to understand, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, okay?
I'll be honest. If you swallowed a bug and were choking, I would be laughing at you. So I understand. If it's the roles are reversed.
People can only hear when we on air, not when we're taking breaks. What's happening?
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm hacking up a lung when we're in commercials. I think it's getting a little better. I felt it right as it went in, and it went straight down to the esophagus. 2nd and 10.
Delay a game.
Tarpons just get the play off. They'll throw it to the sideline, out to the 45, dropped at the at the 47-yard line.
That was 100% delay a game.
For a 5-yard gain, 3rd and 5 for the Tarpons.
Tarpons look a little confused right now in their formations.
And you wonder if the absence of Dardar has anything to do with that. Some guys maybe playing some new roles. It's 3rd and 4. They've got to get to midfield. Back in an empty shotgun set. Play clock down to 7. Got to hurry. Here's the snap. Pump fake. Flushed out. Will throw it as far as he can down the field, and it's incomplete. And that just was not a very good 3rd down play for the Tarpons to just kind of throw it up and hope and pray. It's intended for Hughes.
Looks like the Tarpons are going to go for it right here.
I don't know if they'll snap the ball.
Yeah, Mac can punt from this formation.
4th and 4. We don't think the Tarpons are going to actually run a play. And now I know they're not going to run a play because Mack is in the punt setup, and he will get it away. It's actually a pretty good punt. We'll take a Tarpon roll. Yes. And will be killed at about the 17-yard line, maybe even the 16-yard line. So the Tarpons have 3:13 to try to get a stop before the half.
Josh Mack with a punt. And the carry is back behind the 20-yard line.
Vandebilt's defense is stiffened up.
Now, look, Casey, right here, it's a very, very big possession. Even if the Terriers don't score and they run the clock out, the Tarpons get the ball in the second half, but it's like they're chasing again because Vandebilt has that 7-point lead right now.
Henny and the Terrier offense out on the field. They've got Thibodeau back there. Outside run to Thibodeau. He cuts inside, jukes a defender, now bouncing outside, and he'll be pushed down at about the 20. Boy, he got about 3 or 4 yards. I don't know how, but he did a whole lot of running. Very shifty runner, Bryce Thibodeau is.
And the defensive guys did a good job right here stringing that run out, not allowing him to cut up the field.
Clock continues to run, 2:47 and counting. I think Vandebilt won't be in a hurry until they get a first down. If they get a first down, I think you'll see them get a little pep to their step. Henny with a wide snap, inside handoff, and they got him this time. Driving him back to the 16-yard line. That's a tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation, Tyrese Edwards, Res Due amongst the school. And now the question becomes on 3rd and 9, if the Tarpons get a stop, would BJ use his last time out to preserve time for his offense?
That's a good point. Either way, he could use it or he can use it when they get the ball back.
You got to get a stop first. 3rd and 9, 2 minutes to go. Vandebilt in their own territory pretty deep. The middle of the field has been wide open. Do they try it here? Henny, play action. Under pressure, he's leveled as he throws it, and that's nothing. That's going out of bounds. So Vandebilt does you a favor. Not only do they not convert, they stop the clock for you and preserve that timeout. Tarpon defense gets a stop, and the Tarpons will get off the field.
I'm not sure that one right there. He was going to that one receiver the entire time, and the back did a good job forcing him to that sideline.
Yeah, he also got leveled as he was throwing it, too. Corey Bourgeois, that's a pretty good athlete at punter. Just be careful. Terrence is standing at the 48-yard line. Snap is there. Kick is a line drive. Terrence calling for a fair catch, and it'll sail over his head. And, boy, that thing's going to roll, roll, roll. That's a beautiful, perhaps game-changing punt from Bourgeois. They were pinned in their own territory, and they get about a 60-yard punt.
And you think this is a well-coached football team? Their gunners are all running downfield. The ball was rolling. When it stopped, they stayed and stared at it until the official blew the whistle.
Yep.
And those couple of seconds could be huge.
So the Tarpons now have 1:48 and 1 timeout. It felt like they were going to get great field position, but the punt from Bourgeois negated that. Mack, straight drop, throws it deep down the field on the wheel. Did he catch that? Wow, Terrence Petrie in traffic. Caught that at the 48-yard line. That's a Golden Motors first down. I have no idea how he caught that ball.
Well, he does it again. He's looking at the ball but never puts his hands up to alert the defender that the ball's coming.
So the Tarpons get a lot closer now. This is about where they thought they'd be starting after the punt. Mack has time again, shoots it down the seam, and it's tipped up and incomplete. Nearly intercepted by number 6, Gabe Douglas. Hanville was at the 1-yard line, 4th and goal. Thibodeau stopped him. It's still 7-6.
Wow.
2nd and 10. And Vandebilt will give him a free 5.
It'll be encroaching into Terriers. It'll be 2nd and 5.
So the ball will now be at the 48-yard line.
Tarpons can score here. That last stop on defense is going to be the stop of the game.
2nd and 5. Mack shoots it down the middle of the field. Incomplete and intercepted. It was tipped up in the air, and the Terriers are working it all the way maybe to the house. 30, 25, 20,
Flags.
15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Flags on the play.
Jaden Coleman, there are multiple flags on the play. There's a pile of flags at the 40. There's a pile of flags at the other 30.
4 flags here on the play.
So just about every flag on the field.
I think they came after the interception.
So we think the interception will stand. That was a pass that was tipped by the Tarpon receiver into Coleman's hands. Coleman's that great basketball player on campus. He showed his wheels. Tarpon defense is in extra point position. I'm not exactly sure why, but unless if they know the fouls are on them. Yeah, Coach Woods is going to call them back. Yeah, you don't know exactly what's going on here. There's a flag at the 32, a flag at the 39. Those are in Vandebilt territory. Then there's a flag at the 40 and a flag at the 41 in Tarpon territory. 2 separate fouls. Could have been a block in the back, a blindside block. And it's taken a very long time for them to sort this thing out.
I don't know.
I mean, someone saw something. Everyone threw their flag. So there had to have been something. Let's see. We have block in the back on Vandebilt. So 2 blocks in the back on Vandebilt. Obviously, the Tarpons will take the one farther down the field at the 30 or so. It will negate the touchdown. The Terriers will have the ball.
Where is this ball going to be spotted? Around midfield.
I think he said block in the back on both teams. How could South Lafourche have blocked in the back? They were playing defense after the interception. They didn't block in the back on the pass play. But Vandebilt will have the ball at the 49, 1:17 to go.
Just some things in life, Casey, I just can't explain.
You and me both, brother. The Terriers do have a good field goal kicker, and 3 points would be huge before the half. They also have Jay Smith in the game at running back and a 4-receiver shotgun set, ball in the right hash. Henney. Waiting on the snap. Play action. Throws it as far as he can down the field. Incomplete. It's intended for number 16, Henri Lapierre, and number 19, Yair Torres, leveled him and separated him from the ball. And there's roughing the passer on South Lafourche. Flag at the 37-yard line, or 42-yard line, rather. We were looking at our eyes down the field, but the flag did come out, and it was roughing the passer on South Lafourche.
Wayne Sheremy sends a text that they need him to referee. I think last time he officially called a game here, he threw his flag so high, I think it's still stuck in the lights. I didn't see the...
No, you and I were both looking at the bomb down the field. We didn't see it. And I think most of the fans are in the same boat. They were looking down the field too. Your eyes are not trained to stay looking at the quarterback when the ball's 50 yards down the field. But Vandebilt now in good territory, the 36-yard line. Henney will keep it, and boy, he got some green. At the 30, he'll be stacked up and dropped. The clock will continue to run. Will Brian Wallace call a timeout? 58 seconds and counting, and he will call a timeout. I don't think they have used any of them. I think that's their first. I'll be honest, as soon as Henney pulled the ball, looking at the real estate, I thought it was going to be a huge play. So the Tarpons did a good job rallying and holding him to just 7. Thibodeau had the football after getting the big stop and fumbled. So Hanville is in scoring position again.
And Josh Jumbo's watching again from Sydney, Australia. He said Saturday at 11:30. So it's Saturday over there.
So it's so crazy to me how time works, like where it could be Friday night here, but it's like Saturday during the day somewhere else. And I get it. You know, the world is round and time zones and all that good stuff, but
also again a text from Buddy that they couldn't hear me.
I hear you. I don't know. Second down and 3 from the 29-yard line. 57 seconds to go and 2 timeouts for the Terriers. Henney in the gun. Shuffling a man in motion, high snap. He collects it. He's under pressure. It's a screen, and they'll work up the field. 20, 15, dropped at the 13 is Smith. I would like to see if that ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage. If not, it may have been a legal man downfield, but no flag came out. Vandebilt will get on the ball quick. And they are losing some time here. They do have 2 timeouts. The clock inside of 40 seconds. Henney, sling it to the sideline. Lapierre cut up the middle of the field inside the 5. He's dropped hard at about the 3. Clock continuing to run, and Brian Wallace will call timeout with 26 seconds to go, and the Terriers in prime position looking to score.
Ball spotted at the 4, Casey. It's a big deal. They can pick up a first down inside the 2. If not, if the Tarpons can hold them to a field goal right here.
Read that there at the top. The timeout. Tarpon's got to try to force a big play defensively here. Honville's just got a field goal to take a 10-6 lead over Thibodaux with 1:28 to go in the opening half there. That score is brought to you by Patriot Marine Services.
Halftime score, E.D. White 44-0.
I am going to go right now on Twitter and get us a Terrebonne score. I know there's got to be some sort of reporters or something there. Here, Vandebilt will be in a power eye. They do have one timeout. And they fumbled the ball, and they're going to fall on it. Man, the Tarpons just couldn't catch a break. Brian Wallace calls his last timeout with 19 seconds to go. How often do we see that where a team goes under center and they're not used to going under center, and the one time they tried, they fumble?
Now, I'm curious here to see with the Terriers, will they try and go to the wide side of the field? Tarpons have been doing a good job of keeping everything on the inside, or will you use the short side of the field as a weapon for you with blocking angles?
I think you got to throw it in the end zone, Brian. You have no timeouts.
Oh, no more?
It's third down. If you get a first down, you could get up and clock it, but if not, you can't. I think they're going to have to throw this ball into the end zone. Third and about 4. Halftime, by the way, St. Charles leading Terrebonne 21-13. Yeah, 19, or they're going to actually put 20 seconds on the clock. Vandebilt has no timeouts. They're at the 5. They're to get a first down at the 2. But again, you don't have time to run your field goal team out here, I don't believe. And you can't clock it if you don't get a first down. Henney, play action, under pressure, shoots a slant, wide open touchdown. He got hit hard as he let go of the ball, but LaPierre was wide open, and the Terriers will get a big touchdown before half. It's 27-14. They weighed the extra point try.
Yeah, that was he was wide open there on a good route.
Ardorn will await the extra point try. Cullenvert in the hold. Snap is there. Kick is up, and it is good. And Vandebilt will add 7 to their lead. It's 28-14. Let's keep it here. We're about to have a 3-minute halftime break.
Terriers go 6 plays, 51 yards. Henney to LaPierre.
Yep, tough. Tarpons had a good opportunity to try to maybe stop them, but ultimately it was the turnover that gave Vandebilt that good field position.
Tarpons here, if they can get a good return, then you might be able to do something. You're only going to have maybe 10 seconds to go.
South Lafourche will have the ball to start the second half, but again, you're now down 2 scores, 17 seconds to go. There's the kick. It's a wobbly line drive kick to the sideline. That'll be picked up by Hughes. Hughes trying to bounce outside, makes a man miss, and will be shoved out at about the 35. Well, I thought there was maybe a little late hit there. The officials disagree, and there's 9 seconds left in the half.
It could have been.
Yeah, it looked like when Hughes was on the sideline, they kind of gave him a little extra ump, and that actually a flag on South Lafourche, go figure, at the 30-yard line.
What was the?
It was, I believe, a hold, and that's going to certainly put a pin in your opportunity to do something before you're going to have to take a knee now.
Nine seconds on the clock. Not sure why Vanderbilt's coming all the way up with them.
That's a good question. You should at least have some guys back there in case Hughes breaks the line of scrimmage. Probably going to be just a run here. Dre will pick up about 5 yards, and that will bring us to the half. Vandebilt has a 28-14 lead at the half. And we'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break. When we get back, Brian and I will take you to our halftime report and talk about some things happening around the area and beyond, and we'll break down what we're seeing here in the first half in Galena. We'll be right back in 3 minutes on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
The ban on November 1st. Casey also has some scoreboard updates.
What you got?
Brought to you by the Patriot Marine Services. At the half, Lutcher 35, South Terrebonne 0.
Oof.
In the third quarter, East St. John 12, Central Lafourche 6. Halftime, Huntsville 10, Thibodaux 6. Riverside Academy at the half has beaten St. Martin's Episcopal 35-0. Jeanneret 28, Centerville 12. John Curtis 14, Holy Cross 7. Shaw 21, St. James 7. Ascension Catholic 28, Ascension Christian 0. Santa Mont 21, Walker 7. St. Charles 21, Terrebonne 13. Destrehan 46, H.L. Bourgeois 0.
Uh-oh.
West St. Mary 16, Homer Christian 0. Camplin 17, Patterson 10. Haines Academy 14, Thomas Jefferson 0. Bruley 7, Donaldsonville 0. Riverdale 38. Wilkinson County Christian Academy 6. Prairieville 7, East Ascension 6. Assumption and Ellender, we have no score. And Covenant Christian 41, Berwick 14.
And
brought to you by Patriot Marine Services.
Probably my least favorite score of the first half. Beetle 1, Just Claire 0.
Oh, it got you.
I'm okay now, but man, I literally could feel it crawling down my throat for a little while there.
Well, it got you shook up for a while, man. It reminded me kind of high school days where one of your buddies would be throwing up.
We were never at risk for that. The problem is that
you could have fooled me.
Yeah.
When you stood up and you started to run out of this box.
We'll be okay.
It happens, man. You're a warrior.
I wouldn't say all that.
Wow.
St. Charles had a 24-13 lead against Terrebonne now. They got the first kick and got a field goal.
Yeah, Landon Dardaw back in his spot on the training table. I don't think we're going to be seeing him.
Yep, no shoulder pads, no jersey, crutches.
Then next week, is it Ellender?
I think it's Assumption, at Assumption next week.
Oh, yes, fall break week, right.
Let's have some fun here in the second half.
It's 8-2-7-2. 8-2-7-2. If you win, please wave your hands and come to the press box. 8-2-7-2. Do we have a winner?
Terriers are going to kick the football.
41?
Yep, Ethan Prejean. He's been kicking it away from the back line, and he'll do it again.
Oh, nice.
This will be caught by Rez Due, who will dive down at the 39-yard line. Rez did his best shortstop impression there, just snagged the line drive and worked up his way.
That stop by Rez right there probably saved 10 or 15 yards.
Yep. Rez got excited, worked up the field, and then realized, BJ wants me to go down. He just slid down at about the 40. Got about 6 yards. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Don't see how he can stay skinny with all them cookies.
Oh, you ain't lying. Mom tells me the kids actually don't like him very much. Shame on them. Inside handoff here to Hughes. Picking through the line. He picks up about 3.
Look, that was a nice run by Hughes. He didn't have much, but he kept hitting and bouncing off, and they're picking up about 4.
It's going to be second down and about 6.
Well, now halftime chats, it's been pretty consistent. No Saints.
Yeah, you wonder why. We're supposed to be keeping the audience happy and upbeat. 2nd and 6 for Mack. Ball smack dab in the middle of the field at the 43. Inside handoff to Dre. He's going to get maybe a yard, and he'll be slung down by a pack of Terriers. The ball came out, but it was after the whistle was blown. They'll actually mark him, and I believe at the 45, so it will be 3rd and 4. Given the way the Tarpon defense has played, given the way this game has gone so far, I think you got 2 plays to get this.
Still early.
Obviously, what happens on 3rd down decides a lot of it. If he gets sacked or whatever, it changes the call. Inside handoff to Jarvis. Jarvis will maybe get it. Oh, my goodness. That is all Landon Jarvis right there. He didn't have a big surge. He just kept his legs pumping, and he got the Golden Motors first down. Attaboy, Baby J. Circle that play right there. 10:26 to go in the 3rd. Tarpon's got a big first down.
Yeah, they had him stopped short, but he just kept moving those feet, pumping them legs, and picked up a big first down for the Tarpons.
Ball near midfield, 10-10 to go in the 3rd. Happier with this year. Mack will be waiting on a shotgun snap with Hughes in the backfield. Inside handoff to Dre.
Nice
Plants
run.
his foot, lowers his shoulder, spins out of traffic, and will get to about the 43. That's a gain of about 8. Good job by Dre showing a little power.
Okay, so we actually have some listeners that are cheering for the Bugs. They want it to come back.
I think that one is very much so in the intestines, but there are going to be some others maybe in the stadium. 2nd and 2. Inside handoff to Hughes, bouncing off right tackle. Big hole, 30. Dropped at about the 28. That's a big gain, and Hughes' own offensive lineman ran him over, and there's a late flag that comes in. Another late flag comes in. That was really weird. One of Hughes' offensive linemen trucked him after the play, and BJ just gets thrown for a 15-yard penalty. BJ came out to the numbers. He had something to say, and we might have 30 yards of penalties on South Lafourche here. I think one of the Tarpon linemen tried to finish the play maybe a little late, but I don't think he hit a Terrier. I think he knocked Hughes out. And BJ was not happy. He came out and he got a 15-yard penalty. That might be a sideline warning, or it could be unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll see.
Depending on what he said.
The sticks are going to move. It is going to be a first down, but it's 2 after the play fouls. It's dead ball personal foul on Vandebilt. Dead ball personal foul on South Lafourche. They'll offset. The run will count. And then unsportsmanlike conduct on BJ, so then they'll go 15 back.
He must have said a magic word or so, because no warning, a sideline warning.
BJ is not happy still. A lot of the run will be negated. It will be 1st and 10 and not 1st and 25, which is a blessing for South Lafourche. Mack and Hughes will be in the backfield again. Making our little notes of who's got personal foul penalties.
1st and 10, Tarpons.
9:15 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Mack in the shotgun, ball in the middle of the field, 3 receiver set. Play action, shoots a slant to Petrie, and he dropped it. That's a rare sight. Terrence dropped one dead in his hands. Gabe Douglas was coming in pursuit, but Terrence would have gotten at least 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, just classic case right there, just taking your eye off of it, turning up, looking downfield, but you don't see that often.
Nope. So 2nd down and 10, 8:55 to go in the third. Inside handoff to Dre, bouncing outside 40, cutting at the 35, gets catapulted to about the 34, gain about 9. I'll tell you what, and I was actually joking about this with Dre's mother. The kid never takes just a regular hit. He gets clobbered every time he gets the ball, but he does find a way to get up.
Well, when he gets low, when he's about to get contact, and allows him to pick up extra yards.
3rd and 1. Mack will hand it to Dre, bounces outside, he's got a first down. Driving, still driving, pushing 20, dropped at the 17, Dre Hughes. It's a Golden Motors first down, and Dre's fired up. I think number 2 wants that football right now. He's starting to feel it a little bit.
And I just have a feeling that Coach Young challenged his offensive line at halftime because they coming out just running the ball right at the Terriers.
And we did see an offensive lineman even after a play flying in and taking somebody out, blocking through the echo of the whistle. You are now in the Joe Septic red zone, and you need a score. 7:52 and counting in the third. Tarpon's down 14. Mack with Hughes again. Play clock down to 5. Got to hurry. Gets the snap. Inside handoff to Hughes. This time he'll be bottled up and slung down. Again, ball comes out after the whistle. If you're just tuning in and saying, man, what's going on? Where's 21? Dardar is out for the game with what we think is an ankle sprain. He's sitting on the training table. All the pads are off. Doesn't have the ice on the ankle anymore, but he is not out there. He has not been out there since the first quarter. Empty shotgun set.
My bad. I'll get you after this.
Are you good? And we get an offsides penalty on Vandebilt. Brian, go ahead, boss.
58-0, Edie White.
Kyla Singh's infamous quote from last Friday, the difference between 0-3 and 3-0 is the idiot who made the schedule. Yeah, I think Edie White's going to be okay.
(28-14) Terriers lead.
2nd and 4, Mack has time. Shoot it into the back of the end zone. Just threw it away. Terrence thought maybe he was getting held. No flag comes out. A lot of the Tarpon faithful were maybe wanting Mack to try to scramble a little bit. He had a lot of time. Now the Tarpons got 2 plays to get 4 downs here from the 14. .6:45 to go in regulation. Third and about 4. Mack will hand it to Hughes. Hughes, I don't think will get the first down. He did get a little closer. The ball is at about the 11. They need to get to the 9. It'll be 4th and about 2. And they'll put it back to the 12. So it'll be 4th and about 3. .620 and counting. The Tarpons are in a must convert here on 4th and short. Mack will be in an empty shotgun set. Play clock down to 10. Now down to 6. Mack shoot it down to the sideline, and it's batted away. Incomplete. The Terriers get a turnover on downs. Terrence Petrie was the intended target. Logan Hemel swatted it away, and the Terriers will take over the football in another situation where the Tarpons drive the football and can't finish the drive. It's been a bugaboo all season.
That's just a great play by Hemel right there on Terrence. And Mack, it looked like it was going to Terrence the entire way. But Hemel did a great job deflecting that ball.
And now if you're the Tarpon defense, you absolutely positively have to get a stop here. It was a 6-minute drive. You come up empty in the scoring column, and you got to get a stop defensively. Henney will have Bryce Thibodeau in the backfield. It's going to be a pistol set. It's the snap. Inside handoff to Thibodeau. He's going to bounce outside and be tripped up at about the 18-yard line. Good job by Dre Hughes coming up and making a tackle, man. He just ran the ball about 7-8 times that last drive and then comes up into the box and makes a tackle on the first defensive snap.
Oh, Hughes is holding that right knee.
Well, that's not ideal. He'll take a breather. It'll be second and about 3. Tarpons are running out of bodies here. Man in motion. Outside run to LaPere. Looks to turn the corner. The Tarpons are there. Can they bring him down? They can.
Thought that ball came
out. The ball is out, and the Tarpons got it. Tarpons have the football. They have forced a turnover. Mike Woods is on the field celebrating with Isaiah Duncan. South Lafourche desperately needed that. They pull the ball out, and the defense picks up the offense after the stop, gets a turnover with 5:15 to go in the third. Man, oh man, that was a big play right there, boss.
Ball's at the 18-yard line. 18-yard line.
Tarpons will play 1st and 10 from the 18 in the Joe Septic red zone. You just now got there and didn't score. You have to punch it in here.
See if the Tarpons go for a quick strike.
Mack in an empty set. Hughes is back out there.
Delay a game.
Yep, it sure is. If the Tarpons didn't call a timeout, it's a delay of game, and it is a dead ball delay of game. Boy, after a possession change, that just can't happen. Bad news if you're a Central Lafourche fan. At the end of 3, East St. John 25, Central Lafourche 6. We told you all week on play-by-play how important that one was for the Trojans. 1st and 15 here, Mack. Shoot it down the middle, and it is nearly intercepted. The Terriers are dropping into coverage, and they are starting to jump some of these routes. We've already seen one interception. .5:10 to go in the third. Vandebilt up 14, but the Tarpons are just on the outskirts of the red zone after forcing a turnover. Mack. It's a screen to Petrie. Terrence will get a little bit, but not much. Maybe got a yard or 2. That'll bring up 3rd and awfully long. Does BJ have something in his bag of tricks here? Third down and about 13. Mack gets the snap. Has all day to throw. Rolling out to the right. It will throw it. There's a flag, and it's incomplete in the back of the end zone. The flag is in the area of a hold. Coach Wallace is being asked what he wants to do. He's going to decline this all day long. So it will be 4th and 13.
It'll be 4th down.
Vandebilt almost giving the Tarpons a dose of that Ole Miss defense against LSU. They're just rushing 3, dropping everything back. And they're saying, hey, Mack, we don't care if you have all day in the pocket to throw. We're going to just cover everything on the back end.
And it makes it hard on offensive linemen to block for that long.
4th and awfully long. Tarpons got to get to the 9-yard line. And Coach Young will call a timeout. He's not happy. We'll keep it here. Certainly a big play in the game. Tarpon defense just got them the ball back, a big turnover, but the offense will need a big one here to try to get a first down here.
You okay?
I'm a little spooked, man.
I see you waving. Waving them bugs away from you.
A little spooked. I don't know what the calorie count is on a beetle, but I have to add that to my app.
That's probably no calories. Now what them bugs eat, that's a different story.
4:20 to go in the third. The Tarpons are in the middle of a timeout. They do, again, have a first down to get. They can get to the 9. The frustrating thing will be is if they pick up like 10 yards here, then that delay of game penalty will have cost you a first down.
Big play here. Trying to see Coach Young on the sideline. Watch Dre Hughes here.
Hughes is in the slot on the left side. Mack. Step up and throw it down the middle. Incomplete. It was intended for Jarvis. Jarvis did get his fingers on it, but he couldn't quite corral it, and the Terriers will take over on downs. And Brian Vandebilt is showing why they are one of the best defenses in the area. They are playing some good football.
Yeah, they have. And the Tarpons came out running the football right at the Terriers. And that penalty, the delay of game, put them back behind the chains.
Henny and Smith will be in the backfield. It's an outside run to Smith. Tarpons are there trying to string it out, and they will. Gain of about 2 or 3.
Flag.
There's a flag on the play at the 18-yard line.
There's a flag on the play.
Holden.
Vandebilt was in this exact situation last week, and it is a hold. They were up 14-3 against Lutcher virtually the whole game. And offensively, frankly, they just realized, hey, like, we're not giving up any points. We're going to be very conservative on offense. We'll see if they have the same confidence in their defense here against South Lafourche.
They're going to be backed up.
Yeah, you got to be careful here, man. And another thing to consider, their shotgun snaps haven't always been the best. So we'll see if that becomes an issue. So it's 1st and 20 for Vandebilt. Ball at the 11 or maybe the 12-yard line. Henny in an empty shotgun set. Now Smith in motion. A wide shotgun snap. Henny keeps it on the read. Trying to bounce outside near the 20. Spinning around.
Helmet.
Gain of about 10. A helmet comes off. So he got the penalty yardage back. It still will be 2nd and long. Scoreboard update brought to you by Patriot Marine Services. Hahnville leads Thibodaux 17-6 with 3:58 to go in the third.
Man, we're getting a bunch of people concerned about the bugs.
I'm okay now, man. 2nd down and 10. 3:33 and counting in the third. Henny with Smith. Inside handoff to Smith. Nothing.
No
Tarpons
worries.
are all over it. Tell you what, if there is a bright spot for this Tarpon defense tonight, it will be the way that the middle of the defense held up. They have been really good on those inside runs. That is a tackle for a loss brought to you by the Terry L. Hunter III Foundation. Now it is paramount that the Tarpons find a way to get off the field on 3rd down.
Both teams the second half are going to the run game. Now obvious pass situation.
Got to watch Henny with his legs here, and you do have to watch the snap again.
Yes.
The last one was very wide. 3rd and 10. Catches this one clean. Steps up in the pocket, shoots it down the middle, and it's caught. And that is a first down to the 38-yard line. Pitch and catch to number 18, Ardorn. Middle of the field, boss. That's where it's all been for Vandebilt today.
Now that's a big pickup for the Terriers.
Yep, huge pitch and catch. Keeps the chains moving, keeps the clock moving as well.
These snaps are getting very dangerous for the Terriers.
Yeah, Henny's been having to do some magician work. That one's a little better. Handoff to Smith, off left tackle, big seam, 45-50, tripped up at the 50. It's a gain of about 13 and another Vandebilt first down.
Pick up a first down for the Terriers.
It was a nice run, man. He showed some quickness, turning up the field.
First and 10.
1:53 and counting in the third quarter. Vandebilt on the move. Figured they could go up 3 scores here. They would really grab this thing by the throat. Henny in the gun. Keep it. Design quarterback run. Picking through the line. Will drive to about the 45.
Haney will keep the ball.
Gain of about 4.
Yeah, I think the Terriers right here, they just want to run some clock.
If you play defense the way Vandebilt plays defense, that's not a bad idea. Shorten this game, limit possessions.
Bo Georges and Isaiah Duncan on a tackle. 2nd and 5.
1:06 and counting in the third. Vandebilt will play a 2nd and 5. Henny has Thibodeau in the pistol. Play action, shoots it to the sideline. That's Lapierre on the catch. The Tarpons will trip him up near the 40. Don't think he got the first down. Good open field tackle by Eno Alemão. I'm assuming Yair Torres on the tackle.
They're going to have to snap the ball again. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd down and a whole yard. They've got to get 1 to the 39. And I would be willing to bet you Henny's keeping this one up the middle. See if I'm right. Man in motion.
You're
Henny's
right.
keeping it up the middle, and he's got a first down. Didn't need much, didn't get much, but he does have the first down to about the 38-yard line, and that should bring us to the end of the third quarter. Clock will continue to roll. I think Brian Wallace is telling his troops, hey, let's take it to the 4th.
Sawyer Wells comes up limping.
We will take it to the 4th with him. It's 28-14, a scoreless third quarter, but Vandebilt still up by 2 touchdowns. We'll be back in a minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Madison Pete.
28-14 Vandebilt. The Terriers are on the move. Casey just go with Coach Brian Kale here.
Captain Jillian Roseray. Kate Roseray. Meg Walker. And the mascot, Caroline Guidry. Great job tonight, girls.
1st and 10. Throw it out to the sideline. Ooh, the Tarpons were on that one. Terrence nearly jumped it. It's caught by Corey Bourgeois, but he's laying on the turf. Very dangerous there. If not for a little friction from the blocker, Terrence could have maybe jumped in front of that one.
And I think here the Terriers, if they do pass the ball, it's going to be some short passes to make sure the clock keeps running.
Yep, absolutely. Short and safe. Man in motion. Inside handoff to Thibodeau. Makes a man miss. Gets outside. And will be dropped at about the 35. Gain of about 5, maybe 6.
Thibodeau will pick up about 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 6.
Thanks to Coach Travis Douglas. Final score with E.D. White.
Not a huge surprise there that E.D. White would take care of business. Terrebonne has just thrown an interception. St. Charles is starting to put it on them a little bit there in Homa, 31-13 the score. 3rd and 6 here for Vandebilt. Henny with a man in motion. Design quarterback run. He's got a big hole. 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown. And the Terriers are going to take complete control of this ball game with a long touchdown scamper from Ethan Henny. Give the Terriers credit. They've come in here in the second half and gotten stops, and now they've just gotten a big score. Kick extra point is blocked by Terrence Petrie. Good job by T. You know he ain't going to give up. So let's take a 1-minute break. The Tarpons have to answer. They're down 20. It's 34-14. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. .35 to go. South Lafourche did not have the full 11 out there. Now they do. Here's the kick. A little wobbly push kick that takes a bounce. Let it go out of bounds, guys, and it will. So the Tarpons will take it at the 40. South Lafourche, it's going to have to be almost a 2-minute offense now. You're down 3 possessions with just 10:35 to go. But ultimately, if we're being frank, the most important thing is you got to get out of this game healthy. You've got a lot of football left to be played. Meathead is out for the rest of the game. We've seen Dre get dinged. Now Dre is back out there.
Yeah, Ken Sawyer's back in as well.
35-yard line.
Mack will have Dre in the backfield with him. Play action, shoots it down the middle. Haven Green's got it. Good pitch and catch, and a Golden Motors first down. Haven gets it to the 45-yard line. That's a good start to the drive. Terrebonne has just scored to make it 31-21 against St. Charles. Tarpons are in plus territory. They've been in plus territory a lot tonight. This is where the struggles have happened. Hughes turns it up the field on a little off-tackle run. Gains about 4. The ball's out, and Vandebilt's got it. No, they'll say he's down. I think the officials are saying he's down.
Ooh.
Yep, they'll say the whistle had blown, and the Tarpons may have just caught a game-changing break. So it'll be a gain of 4 for Dre.
Fans are urging the Tarpons to hurry up.
Yeah, they do need to, I think, play with a little pep here. You're down 3 scores, 9:30 and counting. Inside handoff to Hughes again. And he didn't get a whole lot. That clock will continue to run. They sling him down. Yeah, that's got to be. I was about ready to say. I mean, they blew the play dead, and then they slung Dre down. Oh, it's going on South Lafourche. Wow.
Looks like on Terrence.
I mean, Dre got stacked up at about the 39. They drug him all the way to the 47, then dropped him. But it's the Tarpons who get whistled for the personal foul. And now you're way against the chains. And the fans are not happy. This will be an after the play foul, so it'll be 3rd down and Leeville. You're at the 44. You got to get to the Terrier 35.
And the clock is running.
And the play clock is also running.
You got to call a timeout.
The Tarpons have to use their second half timeout. Offense has just been a little discombobulated here in the second half, but you got to give a ton of credit to Vandebilt's defense for that. BJ going to have a conversation with the official.
I'm not sure. The official threw it right away, and
Coach Young can't afford another one, because the next one would be him watching the game from the coach's office. He's gotten one unsportsmanlike conduct on the evening. All right.
See if I can get you some scores.
Please do, because it'll prevent me from saying something that I might regret later.
No, go ahead. East St. John 32-14 over Central. Lutcher final 42-6 over South Terrebonne. Shaw 21-7 over St. James in the 4th quarter.
3rd and a mile here for the Tarpons. Mack. Shoot it down the sideline. It's caught. And I think they got the 1st down. Wow, Haven Green, a late flag. We'll see what this is. The Tarpons, I think, get the 1st down on the pitch and catch, but actually where they're spotting it, he doesn't have the 1st down. They're spotting it at the 36. It'll be 4th and 1, but we await the marker. And it's a foul on South Lafourche, of course.
Playing too hard penalty in the Tarpons. Gotta back them up.
And now we've got issues with Brian Wallace and the coaching staff. How's that not a penalty? When Brian Wallace is on the field yelling at B.J. Young right in front of him in his face, how is that not a penalty? That should be an ejectable penalty. I mean, he literally was needing to be restrained. But that's okay, right? That's not going to be a foul. David Miller talking to Coach Young. Coach Young's heated. He has every reason to be heated. The opposing head coach went to his sideline and was calling him out.
Well,
the fans are not happy. I don't even know what the foul is.
It was a hit to the head, targeting.
So blindside block called on South Lafourche. Emotions are getting high here. Hopefully the boys on the field don't carry this on. And we certainly hope the young man for Vandebilt who got hit and injured is okay. That's the most important thing at this point. It will be repeat the down, so the play did not count. It'll be third down, not fourth down for the Tarpons. Almost wishing for another bug at this point. Kind of get me to cool it a little bit. 8:49 to go. Third and about 16. Mack has a clean pocket. Will throw it as far as he can down the field. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Tarpon faithful want a foul there. I don't think that it was anything. I don't think that was interference. That was.
No, I think after the play was over, one of the Tarpon offensive linemen and another guy from Vandebilt Vandebilt guy got up and kind of pushed, and the Tarpon coaches are letting the officials know.
There's everybody out there. Coaches, police, they got everybody out there. It's 4th and long for South Lafourche.
3-2.
Mack will punt it. It is a good punt.
There you go.
And it will roll inside the 5 and will be killed at the 4. So a very good punt, but the Tarpons need points. They're down 3 possessions with 8:33 to go. Vandebilt will be content to run it 3 times here and punt if need be. Hondo has a 31-12 lead over Thibodaux with 10:40 to go in regulation. Scoreboard update brought to you by Patriot Marine Services.
All right, let's make
Strange sequence of plays here.
I don't expect anything aggressive from Vandebilt at all. If they could break out of it by running the football, that's what they'll do. If not, they'll be content to punt. They're up big, and they're in their own end zone. They try a hard count. Inside hand. Oh, boy, I don't know if he got out of the end zone. Hey, they're going to mark him down at the 1, and a late flag again. And another late flag. The officials have absolutely no control over this game right now, and someone's going to get hurt. The Tarpons thought it was a safety. They drug him down. But how is that any different than what they did to Andravian Hughes a minute ago? It is a personal foul on South Lafourche and on sportsmanlike conduct on South Lafourche. And I think we're going to be watching an official get scratched here right before your very eyes. Because, man, both teams are getting chippy, but, boy, that arm feels like it's only pointing in one direction right now. So the Terriers will play a 1st and 10 from the 15 and now the 30, but they'll walk it off even more. It was 2 15-yard penalties. Coach Young and Coach Woods are letting the officials have it. Coach Young has to be careful because he already has 1 penalty.
Well, it goes back to the non-safety. Both referees on each side had it marked down inside the 1. The Tarpon players thought it was a safety.
All right, Tarpon Nation, get loud.
8:14 and counting. Inside handoff to Thibodaux. He's stacked up. Let's see if they tackled him properly. Oh, a late flag. Hey, maybe they got Vandebilt up for a cheap shot. Go figure, because a Tarpon player got leveled after the play. Maybe, just maybe, both of these teams are chippy. Let's see if finally they'll get Vandebilt for 1. Number 7 for South Lafourche, Jaden Lee got cold-cocked, and again I say it, these officials have no control over this, and they're picking up the flag. Are you kidding me?
The coach calls where you start. First down.
So the run will count. It'll be a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Why did you throw it if there wasn't one? BJ will call his last time out. And he's going to bring his entire roster together. And I think the message here is going to be, guys, this thing's out of control. Let's just not do anything foolish. And Brian Wallace doing the same thing on the other sideline.
Why not, like 4 or 5 minutes ago, officials called both teams together and said, cool it?
Because they have no control over this game. I've said that now multiple times on the broadcast. It'll be 2nd and 8. Tarpons are getting a kumbaya meeting. The Terriers got the same.
Let's go, Pete!
Second down and 8. Any inside handoff to Smith. Not much. There's a flag on the play, of course, at the 38-yard line. I think this will be a hold on Vandebilt, but at this point, it is hands to the face on Vandebilt. If I'm Coach Young, I think I want the down here. I don't know that I need, and a late flag just came on South Lafourche's sideline.
I think that's on Coach Woods.
This one has gotten way out of control, and we need this one to hurry along. Someone's going to get injured here. This has been very physical, very chippy. But unfortunately, there's a flag after every play. The clock is continually stopped. Coach Woods, I think, is going to get hit for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Coach Young may be leaving. I'm not sure how that works at the sideline. He's in charge of the sideline, so I'm not sure what.
Hands to the face on Vandebilt. Dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct on Vandebilt. Oh, so it's on the Vandebilt. So did someone on the Vandebilt team tell B.J. Young and the coaching staff something? Maybe.
I don't know. I saw Coach Woods and the official right next to each other. I have no clue, Casey.
All right. We have no idea. That this one is long surpassed what we normally would see. And frankly, I feel bad for both teams right now because they both, frankly, deserve better.
Look, I'm going to go on. I'm going to say this, and people can agree or not. I would hope you will agree. This is embarrassing.
No, 100%. And the fact that they're about to walk the ball off, the official pointed the wrong way. This is going to be on South Lafourche. I mean, they're overwhelmed. We have no idea what's going on here.
Originally, Vandebilt had a hands to the face.
Yeah, and then there was something on the sideline that we thought was on the Tarpons, but he pointed to Vandebilt. This has gotten really interesting. Now they'll go relay the message to Coach Young. I don't think he's going to like what they're going to have to say, but they did initially point both ways to Vandebilt. I think that second one was a mistake.
That second one they threw on the sideline, there was no Vandebilt player around.
Yeah, there was no one for the Terriers around to have done anything. They did point, but I think they pointed the wrong way. But why would it be that only that penalty would matter? Why wouldn't the other penalty also matter?
I think it goes 15 back and 15 the other way, right?
So then we just keep it where it is.
Yes.
Terrebonne just scored with 38 seconds left. They're down 31-28 against St. Charles, and they recovered the onside kick. Coach Wallace is getting an explanation from our white hat. I have no idea what just happened. They did move the ball up to the 30. Let's play, guys. Come on. There's been a flag on every single play in the last 20 snaps. 3rd and about 10. Tarpons will go and jump off sides, and there's another one. That's an obvious one there, though. You jump into the neutral zone, you got to call that one.
It'd be nice here to hit them on a long pass, catch everybody sleeping.
The clock is stopped. Well, now it's rolling. I don't know after how many dead ball fouls how the clock could still be rolling. Play action. Henney will shoot it all the way down the field. And it is incomplete.
Out of bounds.
Broken up at the last second, out of bounds on the sideline, and Vandebilt will have to punt it away.
I like the idea from the Terriers there.
Yep, lull them to sleep and try to hit them with a bomb. 7:26 to go in the 4th.
Fourth and 6. Looks like the Terriers are going to punt.
Waiting on the snap on the punt. Petrie standing at the 30. And Vandebilt will call a timeout. We'll keep it here. Everybody's fired up. Everybody's
Why
excited.
not? Thinking we lost control. What the heck is going on?
Yeah, one of them nights, man. I can't wait to talk to both of these coaches after the game, because I don't think either of them is going to be all that thrilled with what's going down here. Terriers are still in the punt formation. Tarpons have to worry to not jump off sides. There's the snap. There's the kick. It is a good one. Boy, this guy is one heck of a punter. Terrence will let it bounce over his head. The Terriers will down it. Tell you what, if Vandebilt doesn't have the first-team all-district punter in Corey Bourgeois, I'd like to see who it is, because, man, he bombs it down the field, and he also has tremendous hang time, just doesn't allow for a return. 7:13 to go. The Terriers up 34-14.
Is it midnight yet?
Well, we are 2 hours and 28 minutes into this one.
Same thing here. See, the Tarpons can maybe hit them on a long pass.
First and 10. Inside handoff to Hughes. Good penetration and a stop by the Vandebilt Terriers. Number 9, Crash Menard. Menard's a very good player.
But a 1-yard loss of the play.
Only a sophomore as well.
2nd and 11.
Be 2nd down and 12. Play action to the sidelines, caught by Green. Green will be slung down. There's a flag on the play, and a little bit of pushing after the whistle. Surprise, surprise. We'll see. The marker's at the 29.
They point in each direction, not sure.
Face mask on Vandebilt. So the Tarpons will get a first down. Golden Motors first down out of this one.
Okay, so we'll take that one, but It was a high tackle. I don't.
Brian,
Unless they called it on away from the ball carrier.
I think we're just guessing all the way around at this point, brother. It's been a rough night. And, yeah, we'll take it. I don't know where it came. 1st and 10. Mack, play action, throws it out to Haven Green in the
nice
sidelines.
catch.
Good catch. Across the 50, stumbles down to the 48. So he gains about 7. Clock continues to roll. Tarpon's not in any hurry. They're not huddling, but they are still going through all their checks at the line of scrimmage, which is taking some time. Jarvis in motion. Getting all the way almost out of bounds. 2nd and 2. They hand it to Hughes. Hughes is stacked up and slung down by Silas Hill.
Hand off to Hughes.
I just don't understand why one team is allowed to back up the pile and then drop the runner, but the other isn't. And by the way, I don't think either is a foul. I don't. I think they're playing hard football, but just feels like the same type of play, and it's been officiated 2 different ways tonight.
And you saw that blow the whistle earlier.
Yep.
When his forward progress was stopped, the whistle should be blown.
I agree with that. Mack in an empty shotgun set, 3rd and 4. In a clean pocket, throws it as far as he can down the field, incomplete. Vandebilt has had a great plan. It's a plan that we have not seen from anybody this season, which is just pin them in the pocket and guard everybody on the back end. And they have done an excellent job guarding everybody on the back end tonight.
Yeah, and right now the Tarpons just look a little tired. I mean, these receivers are running some long routes. And
they're all playing both ways. 4th and 4. Ball at the 46-yard line. Oh, man. Terrebonne. Well, I'll tell you after this 4th-down play. Mack to the sidelines. Caught. It's a Golden Motors 1st down to the 41. That is Ogel. So we told you Terrebonne scored and got an onside kick. They got in the field goal range and missed a field goal on the last snap. Final score, St. Charles 31, Terrebonne 28.
Oh.
That's tough. First and 10 here. Mack throws a little pass down the middle. It'll be caught, not much there. 22 on the tackle to Roche. Tackled Ogel inbounds. Clock will continue to run 4:20 and counting.
One of them nights here, Casey.
Yeah, it is. It sure is. And if you want to hear us recap one of those nights tomorrow in the Sports Corner from 10 to 12, we will be live. 2nd down and long. This is a design quarterback run.
Oh, nice.
And lower his shoulder and pick up a lot. He might have got the 1st down. I like the effort, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not crazy about running my quarterback down 3 scores with 4 minutes left. But it does get the Tarpons closer to the 1st down.
You're marking them short.
3rd down and 2 promis.
They're at an awfully short. Let's see if they put it in Hughes' belly. 3:10 and counting. Dre will, I think, get it. I'm not going to lie. Where they had the ball spotted, I thought it was across the sticks.
Cool.
He almost
First
lost
down.
yards there and got the 1st down. Because I think he got the 1st down on the previous play.
I'll agree there.
The boys sure didn't get much there. It is a 1st down. .250 and counting. Hughes and Mack. Mack, straight drop, throws it out to Hughes in the flats. Dre will turn up the field, 30. Getting outside, hit at the 26. He will stay in bounds.
Pass is complete to Hughes.
Thought he maybe got out. The officials disagree. Clock continues to run, 2:20 and counting. Vandebilt's going to get this win tonight. The Tarpons, I think, have conceded that.
I was going to say good job by Dre getting out of bounds. Yeah, the fans are screaming about the clock, but the official ruled him tackled in bounds.
They said he was tackled in bounds. 2nd and 4. Hughes in motion. They'll hand it to Baby J up the middle. He's got a nice hold, dropped it around the 20, and it is a Golden Motors first down.
First down.
Ball will be just outside the 20-yard line.
When they get a first down, you gotta stop the clock. 3 minutes right off.
1st and 10. Handed to Hughes. Hughes trying to bounce outside. He's slung down. Hard tackle by number 9, Crash Menard.
Pick up about a yard on the play.
Yeah, Tarpon's content just to
2nd and 9.
let this clock run out. I'm going to try and get one more score.
And look, you're beat up. You're not going to win this game. I am. You got a lot to play for. I'm A-okay with this decision here. The Terriers are going to get to 6-0. The Tarpons are going to drop to 3-3. Mack. Throw it as far as he can into the end zone. 1-on-1. Incomplete. Good job by Terrence breaking that one up.
Flag. Got to be interference.
That might be on Terrence if there is a flag. Pass interference on Vandebilt. Nope. So Terrence will draw the flag. They will now be in the Joe's Septic red zone. It'll be 1st and goal. .43 seconds to go. Mack has time, shoots it down the middle, incomplete, hot, intended for Jarvis and just oversailed everybody out there.
2nd and goal.
39 seconds to go.
Yeah, Mack just threw that, got away from him.
We will be heading to Napoleonville next week.
Oh, my, it's some long steps.
Yes, it is. 2nd and goal here, 39 seconds to go. Remember, Tarpons do not have a timeout. I don't know that they would call one either way, but they do try to punch one in here. It's going to have to be on their own. Hughes dropped inside the 5 at about the 3. Clock continuing to run, 30 seconds, maybe one more snap for South Lafourche. Mack with Hughes. He'll hand it to Dre again. Dre trying to bounce outside. He's tripped up. The Tarpons are going to be just about out of time. BJ's trying to call timeout. I don't know if he has one, but he's being granted it. So it's 7 seconds to go. Yeah, Mr. Miller's saying, yeah, you ain't got a timeout, boss. I didn't think he did. Nope, timeout South Lafourche. They'll add some time back. Go figure. They screwed it up.
And also thanks to Coach O for coming to spend the evening with us.
Vandebilt is ready to say that this ball game is over. The Tarpons did call a timeout. The official didn't see it. One of the stories of the night tonight. And there will be one untimed down. So one untimed down for the Tarpons, 34-14.
Strike So Lafourche called a timeout. There's one more play.
I didn't think the Tarpons had a timeout, so I thought that's the reason why they were saying wind it. But he did definitely call it. If he's got one, he definitely got it in. He was on the field calling it. 34-14. They added 5 seconds to the clock, so this will pretty much be it. It is 4th down and goal. Mack rolls out to the right, will shoot it to the corner of the end zone. It is caught, and it is a Tarpon touchdown to Terrence Petrie. So the Tarpons will get a score on the last play, but it really won't matter in the grand scheme of things. It will be the 3rd touchdown of the game for Terrence. I don't know that you kick the extra point here or not. I think that wraps it up. So that'll be the end of the ball game. Brian, short postgame, some final thoughts. It was a wild and crazy night. Vandebilt does get the win, 34-20 over South Lafourche.
You got to give the Terriers credit. I mean, they came in here to get a big win. And, the fourth quarter was just bad. It was bad all the way around. Kids are playing hard. It was just a bad quarter, bad end.
Yeah, it got physical. It got intense. It was I see that the head coaching handshake got a little intense, and now there's some words being let's just get up there before I say something that I'm going to regret. Vandebilt gets a 14-point win, and we're having some issues here even in the handshake line. So for Brian Colley, this is Casey Gisclair signing off. The Terriers get a win. We want to also thank Mr. Jason Plaisance. Good night, everybody.